So we're here to talk today about a psychic phenomenon and a painting you did called The Lady. You're a painter, but your work is really more along the line of a mystic. So what does that mean?
Well, I guess for me it's the whole intention and approach when I'm painting, because I'm a very spiritual person. So as a healer, I approach it a little bit differently with painting that way.
So that energy comes through in your work.
I believe it does. That's what I'm learning more and more so.
So today we're here to talk a little bit about The Lady, which is a work that you did. How long ago was that?
That was in 2006. And I was very busy that night because my children, it was a little crazy in the household, but I had this urge to just paint. And so I created this figure, this woman in a blue cloak, and she's holding the earth. And I remember going back and forth a little bit with her eyes, or it was like masculine and feminine face, and then the moon, but it turned out that it appears to be a woman.
So could you feel the energy in the room that night as you were painting?
Well, it was the same as it usually is creatively, the creative excitement. But it was more so a few days later when I was finished with the painting, and I know it was a total full moon eclipse that night, and the veil was very thin. And she was in my bedroom, and I thought I was going to sleep, and the room got very, very heavy with energy. I sat up in bed and I just stared at my painting. I could not move. I couldn't get my eyes away. I just stared at it for what I believe was almost 4 hours. And what I saw was a lot of faces coming through the painting, almost like it was a portal of energy. And I never really thought of me as a psychic or seeing things psychically. See, I was an artist and a healer. I didn't really, I knew I had some tendencies that way, but I had never seen anything quite like this in my paintings at all.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about the type of images that you saw in the painting that night?
Yeah, they were pretty amazing because, well, I don't always know my history, but I believe it was around the time period European Renaissance, Dark Ages. It was possibly about 1,000 years during that time period of figures, and Christopher Columbus, what looked like duchess or important people, almost like they had portraits or something that you would see in history books, and it was all just coming before my eyes. In a way, in a slow way, but in a fast way, and they kept fading in and out. And I was pretty blown away by the experience. I had to ground myself by staring at a calendar because I got very disoriented after that. Again, the energy was very intense that night.
Angels, answer.
Again, the energy was very intense that night.
So have any other artists or psychics or just, people that enjoy looking at the painting experienced anything themselves when they look at her?
Well, yeah, after I had done the painting, after that night, I was a little scared about the whole thing, and I basically put her in a closet. I didn't even want to go near her for some time, and then I decided to pull her out when I was bringing out some other paintings to a meditation group, a group of women that were journeying and doing a lot of spiritual things, and I ended up selling her. She did sell, and the woman who owned her had her about a year, and she's a very powerful image, and I think she got what she needed out of the painting but was ready to release her, and brought her back to this circle of people, and they saw a lot of things through her. They saw her crying, and a lot of different messages, and some people were scared from her because I really feel that she would bring out their dark side. The Trinity is like in there, and she went to a shop, and the woman used her by her prayer table, and she really felt a lot of strong energy from her. And when she took the painting down off the wall, there was a white aura left on the wall. So I really don't think she's meant to be sold. She's there for people something that they need to get, some answers, something that they're searching for.
The lady has unexpectedly made her way back to
meditating with her. Yeah, it's a miracle. It really is. Yeah.
And so maybe you would be willing to share her in the future for anybody who needs her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the whole details of how that's all going to be worked out, but it works that way. Yeah. I mean, I've had a few other pieces that have worked similar that way for healing, but this one's pretty powerful.
Do you think you'll ever paint another picture that is so powerful and brings out so much psychically and emotionally for other people?
Well, I'd like to think that I do, yeah. That would be really exciting. I hope so. We'll see what will come about for sure. I mean, I try to tap in on a personal level for people if they commission me to do something of their essence, their soul, something within maybe a past life or something like that comes out. And within that work, it shows itself. So I'm sure that, yeah, I mean, I've created since then, obviously, a lot of pieces, but this one's special to me.
Well, I think that your work is very powerful, and it's really on a level that's very unique, that combines healing with psychic, with just something that's very visual and beautiful to look at. And I thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you.